Hey y'all, Little Drummer Boy again, and right now I want to do an RIP tribute to the lead singer of the Cars, the lead singer and rhythm guitarist of the Cars, Rick Ocasek. Rick Ocasek was born in Baltimore, Maryland on March 23rd, 1944. He was 75 when he passed this last week on September 15th, 2019. And he moved to Cleveland, Ohio with his family in 1960, where his dad was a NASA engineer. And I didn't even know NASA had a place in Cleveland, but apparently they had like a research place there. So his dad was a NASA engineer, and that's why I'm trying to get my camera angle in a good position, y'all. But that's why he moved to Cleveland. I always thought the Cars were from Cleveland originally. I knew they had an Ohio connection, which is cool because I have a lot of family there. After dropping out of college, he and his bassist formed a band called, now get this, called ID Nirvana. We're talking 20 years before the super rock band Nirvana started. Rick Ocasek had a band called ID Nirvana, and it was in Columbus, Ohio in 1968, and they played the bars around the Ohio State University, which from what I hear, there's like more bars around that school than probably like any concentrated place in the world. And they moved to Ann Arbor. Man, they moved to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. I bet you they were hated in Ohio after that. But they moved to Ann Arbor. Maybe the club scene, I don't know, maybe the rock and roll scene was better there or something. And then they moved to Boston after that and formed a band called Milkwood. No wonder that didn't go, y'all. Milkwood for the name of a rock band. I wonder how they got that name. Anyway. They were trying to sound like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, so obviously they were trying to get a little folky at that time, which folk rock was huge in the late 60s. In the Cars, he had hits from 1978 to 1988. The Cars, of course, is what Rick Ocasek is known for, and their hits included You're Just What I Needed, She's My Best Friend's Girl, Let the Good Times Roll, Let's Go, bo 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 bo. I like the nightlife, baby. Shake it up, ooh ooh, shake it up. And you might think it's foolish, my videos. Anyway, those are just some of the hits by the Cars. And as you can tell, Rick Ocasek sings a lot better than I do, and that's why he was in the Cars and I'm in the Jeep. I didn't know this until I was researching this. He was a producer of music, including for bands like Weezer. That's really cool. He produced a Weezer album. He also had a solo career, wrote poetry. Of course, songwriting is poetry. I mean, those are two go hand in hand. Songs are just poetry put to music. And he was a painter, and I don't mean like, painted houses. He was an artist. And nothing against you painters that paint houses, but he was doing paintings is what I mean. And I need to get some light on this paper. Okay, he was married, unlike Eddie Money, who I just did a tribute to, who was married for 30 years. Rick Ocasek was married for 3 times. He was married 3 times and has 6 sons. He leaves behind 6 sons from ages 55 to age 20. So he was prolific in more than just songwriting, apparently. God bless them. Keep them in your prayers. Because no matter how rich and famous your dad is, nothing can replace your dad. Whether they're rich and famous or not, nothing can replace a loved one. And I know they're hurting now. And He had heart disease and died from natural causes while recovering from heart disease, and he was found dead in New York City last week, September 15th, 2019, at the age of 75. So God bless his family. I pray that Jesus comforts them and gives them the peace and compassion that only he can. And yeah, and God bless him. One of his sons, I forget his name. One of his sons also is a musician and has had like a record out and stuff. Maybe was in a movie soundtrack. But I hope y'all like my videos. If you do, give me a thumbs up and subscribe and share. I thank you for my 19 subscribers. You dudes are awesome. The few, the proud, the little drummer boy subscribers. From what I see on YouTube tutorials about having a YouTube channel, they grow slowly most of the time, unless you're like famous already or something. They grow slowly, and then it kind of begins to snowball. You know how when you're building a snowman, you start out with a little snowball, but every time you roll it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Kind of like a diet, you know. A moment on the lips, forever on the hips, right? Anyway, I hope y'all have a blessed weekend. I'm gonna be posting some music tunes later from my record collection, and maybe do an album review. I haven't done one of those in a while. All right, peace, y'all. Love you. Bye.